Hey guys, Jay Hoyt here. Before we get into today's video, I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel recently. All the new subscribers, the nice comments, nice words and everything. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much. But we got another reaction for you. This time, we're going back to one of our first ever montages. What's going on, guys? Jay Hoyt back with you today. Welcome back to Call of Duty, and like I said in the intro, we are back with another reaction video, and this time we're going back to one of our first ever montages. So, I know we did a reaction before where we had some of our first ever Call of Duty videos, and we had sort of a montage from Advanced Warfare, but these were like the true actually full-on try, throw in some different stuff, and you know, kind of get into it. And I know one of the clips in there was one of my favorite clips ever, but we'll have to get into these ones because these ones are pretty good as well. For whatever reason, I kind of got into this style of finding a sign or something and then just slowly zooming out from it, and then, you know, progressing with some more cinematics before finally, you know, getting into the clips. But they aren't that long, right? They're only a couple minutes long, and we got a few of them. So let's turn it down just a little bit. Let's start, though, with episode number 1. This is called Epidemic. And if you guys don't remember, obviously I'm not some crazy, you know, editor, right? I'm super basic. This is what I like doing at the time. And you know, that's what I did. So, Epidemic, right? If this is, what, Black Ops 3? Right? Yeah, because we don't have the... Sorry, this is Black Ops 4. This is Black Ops 3. Pretty sure. VMP? Was this VMP Maddox? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Either way, though, these were crazy. I mean, this was that clip was early, because what was that map even called? It was like the smallest map in the world. It was super fun because it was super fast paced. It's actually the map I got my 100 kills on when I was going for it back in the day. You know, sick little sniper clip there. Jump in and get some. So we had, I remember this play with everyone pushing out the left side of the map, and this team had gone right on the first round, or they didn't go right at all on the first round. So we're like, well, let's just do it this way and see what happens. And sure enough, they end up flanking, and I absolutely crapped on him with a sniper. Oh boy, this clip. I remember this one. This was league play or ranked play, whatever they called it at the time. They ended up banning all the good subs, so I had to use the Weevil. Who remembers Buff the Weevil? Who remembers that movement? Oh my gosh, I hated this gun because it felt like a paintball gun the way it shot. But hey, we clutched up, right? 1v4. Like, all of our teammates had left at this point too. Teammate gets first blood. I make a circle around this guy, and then we end up shooting him. Back when counter UAV was allowed in ranked. If I didn't wall run there, I would have been dead. Right? These were some crazy plays, and I feel like this is still super loud in my ears. I can't really turn this down at all. 1v1. I ended up seeing him in here. This is why Ego chowed it, because I ended up seeing him across the way. This we got a little public match in it. Where I got so sick of missing shots, I just turned the corner and I see 4 guys in my scope. So I'm like, I'm gonna get at least one of them, right? And then the traditional find something in the background, and man, that used to be my thing, is find something and keep the music going, and you know, the outro part was just super good. But that was number 1, right? That was the first one I actually put a lot of effort into. But let's go into the second one. Our next one is episode number 2. We're calling it Clutch Master. And when trying to find music for this one, we ended up reaching out to a smaller artist that was on the radio and came up with this this new original song, and he ended up allowing us to use it. So that was always super cool. But who remembers when you could customize thermal scopes? Right, this was, I mean, a lot of people actually use this. It was like a curtain, and it had like a really thin dot in the middle. So instead of the, you know, a big dot or a crosshair or anything, we end up using this really weird curtain thermal scope. But super lucky though, we end up seeing this guy peek down at the last second, and he ended up leaving his feet out, so we knew he was there. But man, these games and these moments and everything, some good times, right? This gameplay, even though it was a jetpack game, this game seems so slow, right? When you see the pace of Modern Warfare and especially Cold War, these games seem so slow compared to them. And I don't know what it is, but playing a little duos action with Ben here. Or not Ben. Who was I playing duos with? Because that wasn't Ben. I don't know who that was. Either way, we clutched up, threw a nade in there, and that might have been a team tryout, actually. Yeah, I think it was with this guy, so I think it was a team, but... Man, they banned the normal scopes. Oh, this one. Oh, little two-piece action, little collat. Man, these clips. The SVG and the jumping. Oh my gosh, I remember this. Who remembers this silo? I don't even know where I'm looking, but I end up sniping that guy all the way across the map. Now we got the PO6. Who remembers this, man? The PO6 sniper. The SVG was so good, but who remembers the PO6? Man, this play was insane. He shoots the RC. The guy, I think that was called Top Green. Man. Ben's in this clip, by the way. Man, who remembers Ben when he actually used to, like, hang out with me and play games with me? Oh, my. I remember when I always had to be the first one to the gunfight, too. That was, like, a big thing with this team. I was like, I want to be the Slayer. And that's when, of course, like, we were all figuring out how to play. But, man, this was ranked play. Everyone leaves, and I'm stuck 1v4. Crap on the first guy. Not really crap on him, but then this guy's here. I shoot about 3 circles around his head before I decide to kill him. And then the other guy comes out here, and we just kind of back up and take him out. Man, more sniper clips from his top rock. Name a better duo. Me and a sniper. And this worked out perfectly, too. I track him, but like a second behind him that entire time. Oh my gosh, these plays. Sped it up a little bit. Heard the psychosis behind me. And then the hit reg in this game was so weird. And who remembers what was the church map with the snowy, whatever this map was? I have no idea what the name of this one was, but there was like a town. It was like the town on the side of the mountain. I know it wasn't even a mountain, but it was like two maps in one, but like one was like sideways and like on its side the entire time. So that's what I actually did with this clip. I went to the bottom and actually looked up. So it looks like I'm on the normal street, but it's funny. What you wouldn't know that just looking at it. You'd know it if obviously you played the map and know where I'm looking. But let's go to our third montage for this video, and then of course we'll save the rest for a different video. Our next montage is episode number 3. It's called Killing Spree, and it's still on Black Ops 3. I think this was one of my most played CODs, I think, ever. Like, I was always on that game. Like, I swear. But then also making the montages and trying to play competitive definitely helped out. But, man, that Bandit Protect system was very interesting. Along with all of the abilities in the I don't remember what they're called, the not payloads, specialists, there we go. Man, all of those made this game so weird, but I also love them at the same time because they created for a lot of really cool moments. That guy thinks he can just shoot at me. Nah, not happening. Is this one of the clip I'm thinking of where I throw the nade? I haven't watched these in so long. I'll watch them like once a year just to like go back and remember. No, this isn't the clip I'm thinking of. Kind of just like chuck a nade and hope for the best. I hear a guy, I just didn't know where he was. I also have heat wave in this, and I almost died in this. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like a thermite or a Molotov or something, but man, this clip, and then, oh my gosh, the 26 seconds. I literally just did not move for 30 seconds. And then, like, one burst this guy from across the map. Oh my gosh, the Tempest. I used to be so good with the Tempest. Who remembers the BO4 Tempest? Man, that thing was stupid. It was so overpowered. But this one was super cool because you had to, like, charge it for a second. So it actually created an opportunity to, you know, to shoot back. Oh my, I was Prestige Master 300? Almost 400? Jeez, did I ever get off this game? Yikes. Man, my old account too. When did my account get banned? I don't remember that now. Man, this guy gets absolutely world starred. All hip fire too. Wrecked. Ooh, oh, this is where it gets good. Little clat. And then a little bit later, this guy thinks he can chow me. We ego chow him with a sniper. And then listen to the music upcoming here. I'll even turn it up. Not to this clip, but the next one that's coming up. So we get a nice little, I think it's 3-piece here. But listen to the music. I'll be quiet. Man, I was so happy with how that turned out. Like, it worked out perfectly where I didn't know if I wanted because the beat didn't really line up for all 4 shots. So I'm like, well, do I want to make it so it lines up with the first kill or with the last one? And I feel like I made exactly what I wanted to happen with the last kill, because unfortunately the last kill, I wish I would have stayed alive, obviously, but it worked out perfectly. But oh, I remember this. This was the play I was thinking of. The dead nade throw, get him weak, and then he just kind of runs into it. Man, little 4, I think I get 5. I think I get 2 more in that clip as well, but man, these clips, they're really not that crazy of clips, but man, going back and looking at some of my old montages, some of the old highlights I had, I look at the highlights and stuff I have now, and I'm like, damn, look at how far I've come. Like, I'd love to keep doing it, but it'd also be a lot harder now that there's not really theater mode or, you know, the cinematics available that, you know, I got. Because all those cinematics, by the way, I got myself, right? I went into theater or replay or whatever the heck it was called in that game, and I went in, zoomed in on the thing, you know, slowly zoomed out. I did all of it, right? I did not get a single one from a YouTube video or, you know, followed another one's template or anything. I got all those myself, and you know, I think some of those I spent like an hour just going around the map on different parts of it, just, you know, zooming in on things, zooming out from things, passing by things, and seeing what worked, and of course then setting up clips for everything was super hard. Just given that it was like, I'm not a pro at this, right? I'm not good at this stuff, so it was super fun, man. I do miss making montages, you know, like crazy, but of course we're on to bigger and better things now, and hopefully we're going to keep growing and keep getting there and hopefully reaching our goals soon enough. But that's going to be it for today's video. Another reaction video down in the books. And man, I cannot wait for the next one. But like I said, that's going to be it for today's video. If you did enjoy, hit that like button down below if you haven't yet. Or if you're brand new here, make sure to subscribe. Turn those post notifications on so you never miss an upload. And don't forget, you can always change your mind later. Well, with all that being said, guys, we'll see you in the next one.